so in today's video, we're gonna go over the best graphics settings to make the quality as optimized as possible while still maintaining a good balance of performance as well. Now, there's gonna be a few settings here that's only gonna be applicable to PC, but for the most part, most of these settings are gonna be the same for console as well. This is gonna be very important, especially if you don't have the greatest PC in the world. These settings are definitely gonna help you out because I personally do not have the best PC out there. It's literally a pre-built PC. These settings were actually recommended by a PC guru. He goes by the name of Paradox Customs. Make sure to check him out. I'll leave his Twitter down below in the description. So if there's anybody you should be taking advice from about video quality and settings like that pertaining to PC or just graphics in general, you definitely want to talk to a PC guru, and that is that guy. But anyways, let's just get into the settings. So very important here. This is key. Display mode. This has to be on full screen exclusive. Okay, so display monitor, obviously this is self-explanatory. Pick whatever monitor you're playing on. Display adapter. So this is where you would be picking out what kind of graphics card you have. So whatever that may be, then you got to select it. For screen refresh rate, make sure it is the exact refresh rate that your monitor is capable of. So if your monitor is only capable of like 60 frames per second, then you would obviously pick this one or this one. But mine is capable of 145 FPS, I believe. So this is what I am rolling with right here. And then display resolution, this is also important as well. This is 1920 by 1080p because this is what my monitor is set to. So you would have to go into your PC's actual settings, make sure the display settings are set to, whatever your monitor is capable of, then you would change this to match your monitor's settings. So that's how that works. So this is all very important stuff moving forward. Dynamic resolution, this is going to be turned off here. Aspect ratio, I just have this on automatic. VSync, this is going to be turned off, as well as the menus as well. Custom frame rate, I have this on unlimited. So if you choose unlimited, it says frame rates are tied to your computer's performance. And if you use custom, you choose a specific frame rate limit that you want in the advanced section below. And it says a note, higher frame rates make the gameplay feel more fluid. However, setting a custom frame rate limit will help also prevent instability. So it's kind of just like a pick your poison type of thing. Do you want your computer's capability to output the amount of frames that you deserve? That's on you. You can go with unlimited, or you want to go with custom and just, bottleneck it to specifically what your monitor is capable of. But I went with unlimited because, like I said, I'm getting FPS frames that I've never really had before, so it's pretty amazing for me, and I want to, see how much I can get while I'm playing the game. Restart shaders optimization, I don't touch this one either. I'm not messing around with that. Display gamma, this is going to be 2.2 sRGB. I think this is the default anyway. Brightness, this is personal preference, I like to keep mine on default because I'm on YouTube, obviously, so I kind of want to make it a neutral picture quality so that if I need to do any kind of editing, post edit, my perception is not going to be skewed of do I need to add more contrast because my game quality is too bright, etc., etc. Focus mode, I have this off as well. I don't really see a benefit to it. Now, anyways, here is the important tab right here, the quality tab. These are the master PC guru settings right here. I was a little worried about these settings because, my PC, not that good. And if I followed this guy's settings, it might actually blow up my PC. And it didn't. So don't be afraid, guys. Try it out. So render resolution. This is where a lot of people mess up. This is what's going to cause the game to look blurry and pixelated if you have this too low. So you want to have this at 100. Again, if you take a look here, when you put out 100, look at the render resolution, 1920 to 1080p. Again, this is what our monitor's quality is capable of. So we're going to put that at 100. So for upscaling / sharpening, we have Fidelity FX CAS. So this basically enhances the sharpness of the image, and obviously you got to have it at 100 as well. For anti-aliasing, we have this at SMAA-T2X. Anti-aliasing quality is going to be at normal. Video memory scale, so he actually has a preference of 90, but since my PC, it only has about 8 gigabytes of RAM, I definitely have to lower this in my specific case because as you see in the description there, it says if you have it too high, then that doesn't leave enough power for other applications that you may have running in the background. And if you want to go with 90 per his recommendation, then, and you don't have a good enough PC, then you might want to make sure a lot of your tabs or other applications are closed while you're playing the game, so you don't experience any texture loading issues. So that's why I have mine personally at 70. Texture resolution is going to be normal. Texture filter is going to be normal. Nearby level of detail is going to be low. Distant level of detail is high. Clutter draw distance is short. Particle quality is low. Particle quality level is very low. Bullet impacts and sprays, these are off. Shader quality is going to be medium. Tessellation's off. Terrain memory is max. On-demand texture streaming is off as well. Streaming quality is normal. Volumetric quality is low. Physics quality is off. Water cosmecs are off. Shadow and lighting. Shadow map and resolution, we have this on low. Screen space shadows are off. Spot shadow quality is low. Spot cache is low. Particle lighting is low. Ambient occlusion is off. And screen space reflections are off. Static reflection quality is low. Weather grid volumes are low. All right, now as far as NVIDIA Reflex low latency, I personally have this on off because, again, my PC is not really the greatest in the world. So if I have this on, then my PC is just going to work a little bit harder. And my understanding is that if you do have this on, it's kind of like a push-pull situation. You have reduced system latency in exchange for a little bit more power draw from your GPU. So there's a bit of, again, like a push and pull between the CPU and the GPU. So for depth of field, this is definitely going to be off. World motion blur for sure off. I mean, look at the pictures below. I mean, you won't be able to see opponents that are walking by if you're moving around too fast. Weapon motion blur, definitely have this off as well. I don't really understand, like the options that they have here for weapon and world motion blur. I don't know. Maybe realism, I guess. But yeah, leave a comment down below if you actually play with it on. I'd really like to hear. Film grain, definitely have this all the way down to 0. All right, so moving on over to the view tab, our field of view, I personally have it at 120. Paradox's recommendations were actually on 105. And I did read an interesting comment that apparently COD pros, they say that if your FOV is over 100, your aim assist gets reduced. I just like 120, personal preference. But if you want to go with the absolute PC guru's recommendations, then go with 105. Me personally, I like 120. Field of view is going to be affected as well. Weapon field of view, this is a personal preference for me. I keep it on narrow. I don't know why. I just like having everything smaller. I don't know why. I just like it smaller. That's just my personal preference. But if you want, you can just keep it on default per the PC Guru Paradox's recommendations. Third person field of view, this is going to be at 80. Vehicle field of view, this is default. And first person camera movement, this is at least 50%. This one is 50% as well for the third person camera movement. And then ADS transition, yeah, these are both of these here, just keep them as is how they are right now. Really quick, I just wanted to give some credit to Paradox. He's obviously the one who provided us with this recommendations. And here's his Twitter if you want to go ahead and give him a follow if you are on Twitter at @bparadox. And yeah, he definitely can help you out with PC questions, whatever. And by the way, this isn't sponsored or anything like that. I just wanted to give credit to where credit is due. And yeah, here's his tweet about these settings that he shared. He said, as of right now, these are the best settings for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Stay tuned for updates and enjoy the grind. Like I said, he does testing and he makes sure that we get the best quality possible with his expertise and knowledge with PCs and how quality should be. And make sure to check out the reply for extra settings below. And yeah, guys, also drop me a follow on Twitter as well. If you are on Twitter, make sure to go head on to Twitter at @RealTurboman and drop me a follow as well. And yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know what you guys think of these settings down below in the comments. And yeah, guys, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your day.